So what is all this, anyway?
It's just some paperwork that we have to do. Every hospice patient has to sign it before we can do anything. So I've marked off all the spaces where you need to sign and date it.
You mean I have to sign this even before you see my Vern?
Yes, ma'am. I can't touch him until I have your signature on these things. I really can't do anything. So if you wouldn't mind, I've got your places here on a consent form, on a primary caregiver form, on patient right forms, Medicare primary payer forms, all different kinds of forms that are here, and I've already filled out areas where you need to sign and date.
Wow. Well, I don't understand. What do you mean I have to sign all these documents?
It's what every hospice patient has to do. If we're going to get this thing started, you got to sign these papers.
Well, I don't sign anything unless I read it.
Well, I could have you can keep the forms and I go on home and this won't take place for a while.
Well, go on and go. What are you talking about? I have been waiting a week for you to come out here.
Man, there's nothing I can do about that. I was just a nurse who was on my way home. I happened to have one of these folders with me.
I am not happy about this.
Well, yes, ma'am, I understand, but that's what you're telling me, but they just called me on my way home, and I happen to have one of these with me, so I went ahead and X'd out all the areas, and we'll make sure you get copies so that you will have it.
Well, I just don't know about that now. I'm not really sure whether I should sign something I haven't read. Aren't you even going to check out Vern first?
Well, I can't touch Vern unless I have this paperwork.
What? You telling me you can't? What?
Got to have a consent form signed. That's a consent to allow us to help with care.
I just don't know. I don't know if I can sign it or not because you haven't told me anything about it.
Well, they'll explain everything to you.
Who are they? Well, who's
your
that? Your
primary nurse is going to come out.
You're not a nurse? What are you?
I'm a nurse. I'm just not your primary nurse. I'm just a nurse who was on my way home and happened to have a packet with me. And they called me and asked me if I could do this, and I said I would.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm sounding rude, but I am just very nervous right now because my Vern is suffering and no one seems to care but me. My daughter, Sonny, comes over, drops her dog off, and then just runs away like I have a house for dogs or something. Says hi to her daddy, and her daddy just stretches his hand out and says, "Hi, Sonny," like she has been taking care of him. I have been taking care of him.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
No one understands me.
Sounds like you have a lot on your plate. But if you would just go right ahead and sign these papers.
A lot on my plate? It is full, girl, and I need some help. Someone to help me eat it.
Yes, ma'am. If you would sign these papers, maybe we could get something going here.
Well, if I have to, in order to get some help around here, I guess that's what I have to do.
Yes, ma'am. It is. Here's your pen. If you wouldn't mind going ahead and signing.